Hello, welcome. We are going to be doing a collective reading, okay? Um, welcome in. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you have not already, all right? This is going to be for your next 7 days, okay? This is still technically a timeless reading, all right? I do have a lot of channel messages for you guys, so um, bear with me, okay? I am going to read them all. Um, and keep in mind, this reading is still technically timeless, so if this pops up on your feed or on the for you section of my channel, it might resonate with you at a completely different time, okay? Because time is fluid. All right, so let's see. Also, we are going to go over 4 different sections of this collective reading. All right, so it may be a little long, but I will leave timestamps afterward, okay, for you guys per usual. We're gonna start with the channel messages, and then we're going to go to what you need to know in love for your next 7 days, okay? And then we're going to do what's hidden in your career or workplace, okay? And then lastly, we're going to do if you're dealing with the Aries through Pisces, all right? 1 second, let me double check. Hello, welcome in. I am doing pretty good. Hope the same for you. We're just getting started with the collective reading, okay? Welcome in. Make sure to like the video, guys. Um, Let me see. Just gonna make sure the sound is okay before we start. And this may be a little bit long, but that's okay. I'm gonna break it up into sections for. Oh shit! I think didn't I mention something about like don't lose your grip if you're up high or something like that? I hope you're okay though. Oh my god. All right. As long as you're all good. We are going to be doing the channel messages that I have for you guys, and then what you need to know in love for the next 7 days, and then what's hidden in your career, and then lastly, if you're dealing with the Aries through Pisces. All right. So let me pull up my messages. All right, let's see. And I do have a lot of channel messages, so yeah, there is 22 of them. All right, so we're gonna get started. Let me write down the timestamp. 4:15. All right. So, collective, this is for everybody. Um, Someone could want you to stay quiet about something that they talked you into, because I was getting something about like coercion, okay? And that could be anything. So, take that how it resonates. Leave it if it doesn't, but somebody could be wanting you to, about something that they initiated or that they wanted you to do. Okay, maybe you didn't want to do something, but you ended up going through with it anyways. Somebody wants you to stay quiet about it. Okay. Somebody also could have very dark eyes and full lips. Pay attention to people who have permanent like frown lines especially at a younger age. Okay, that person may have like actual anger issues. Okay. Some of you guys are also going to align more with the career you're truly meant to be doing as well. You said you landed on your back. Ouch. That's horrible. I'm so sorry. You said it hurt your pride more than anything. I feel that. I hate any type of like public humiliation, so I get that. Well, hopefully you heal up soon. All right. All right. So, also, somebody also could be doing a modeling photo shoot with money all around them, okay? Some of you, blah, blah, blah. Someone also could have like really glowy skin, or somebody could be doing something to make their skin more smooth or clear. Okay, so some of you guys could be doing a new skin routine, or it doesn't have to be just your face, it could be your whole body. Okay. And right now I'm hearing exfoliation, so somebody could definitely be exfoliating, or you should. Okay. Also, I was getting like, if you think somebody's hair is wet, it's actually greasy. Okay. So I don't know if you're gonna be like looking at somebody and be like, oh, they just got out the shower, and no, that person hasn't washed their hair in days. Okay. So somebody may need to wash their hair, or I don't know, at least use something less greasy or less product, okay, in their hair. Also, I was getting that someone could be exploring new hairstyles, yeah, or self care routines. Someone also knows that they messed up badly and they're feeling the weight of their consequences. Because I was getting something about like someone feeling very guilty, okay? So someone could have a guilty conscience. Also, someone could literally be watching out for you, especially if you're meeting somebody new. And by that I mean like somebody what's it called, like, how you're standing from a distance, like in a crowd or something, and somebody's like, "Hey, I see you over there. You're about 30 yards out." Okay, like I was seeing somebody like actually look out for you, if you're meeting up with somebody. Someone may also tip their hat at you, okay? Especially if they're southern, or if you're from the south, somebody may tip their hat at you. Somebody also could be wearing blue overalls. Somebody also may need to hold on to their hat or hairpiece. It could be super windy. If someone proposed to you in the past, you are about to find out why your intuition was right about either hesitating or saying no to them, okay? Also, somebody could be going through a breakup or walking away from a long term connection. And I feel like that connection did have a lot of memories within it, okay? But somebody's still leaving regardless, okay? Also, if your partner makes you feel like you're not worth being loved on, know that you deserve somebody who loves you without hesitation, okay? We're almost done with the channel messages. Some of you guys might be sitting with someone special by the beach, watching a pretty sunset, okay? Or it could be just by yourself. You or someone else could be inventing something new without even realizing it, okay? So maybe put your creativity to the forefront, okay, so that people can learn about it. Um, Also, if you have a platform, or yeah, if you have a platform, expect a wave of inspiration to create more content this month, okay? So you guys might be, working back to back to back to back, especially if you are a content creator of some sort, okay? Also, you may be trying to reach something high up. You may need a broom or a stick to actually reach it, or, bring it down to your level. And last channel message I have for you guys, your content is like a show to people. So even if you're on YouTube or TikTok, okay, you don't have to be on actual TV, but people see you as like something they want to get their popcorn for, okay? Not in a bad way, but they find you to be very entertaining, and yeah, okay. Also, yeah, people will tune in and love whatever you present, especially if you're thinking about creating some sort of platform. It's going to be well accepted. All right. Oh, really? That's funny. That's why I like doing channel messages, because sometimes they, resonate with y'all. So I appreciate you confirming that for me. All right. Let's see. That wasn't too bad. That was about 5 minutes of channel messages. All right, so next we're going to start with what you need to know in love for the next 7 days. Keep in mind, guys, this is still technically a timeless reading, okay? So we're going to start 10:15. All right. So hopefully this is about an hour, okay? Also, keep in mind, guys, if you want to be entered into the raffle for a chance to win 5 free questions for the personal readings that I do, okay? Make sure to join me on TikTok. I only have one TikTok page, all right? So, this is for TikTok only. So, if you want to get a personal, you'll be entered into the raffle every question that you get, okay? So, all right. So, what is going on for my collective in their love life? What do they need to know for the next 7 days? Let's see. What does my collective need to know for their love life for the next 7 days? Okay, we got Hunter. Hopefully none of you guys are in a situation, in a romantic situation where you feel like you're in survival mode, okay? But some of you guys may be. Um, you may feel like, your relationship is something that has turned kind of scary, okay? Yeah, and we have fake apology, okay? So when it comes to love this week, collective, I do feel like somebody is not really genuine. Someone's not being sincere, especially if they're apologizing to you. And if someone does apologize to you, I do feel like they are being strategic about it, okay? Or if someone randomly starts to say, "Oh, I'm so sorry, like can we be cool again?" or something like that. Um, somebody is doing it for other reasons, okay? Let's see. It also could be very hot, or you could be around a lot of heat or fire this week, okay? Or your relationship could also, I'm hearing like go up in flames, okay? There's something about this is not good, okay, for your love life collective this week. But if you're in a situation, it sounds like it's a toxic one. Something may get kind of out of hand, or you may realize, oh shit, I didn't think this would go this far, okay? So just be careful. Um, collective, especially in love, especially if you know that you have you said am I gonna be on tomorrow? I might be. Yeah, I don't yeah, I know it sucks because YouTube pays you in pennies. But yeah, most likely I'll be on tomorrow doing some readings. I'm not sure which ones yet, but I appreciate you. My information is always in my bio or my in the description box of the videos. All right. Let's see. And for YouTube, you do have to wait till like they pay you once a month, so and you have to meet like a threshold. So that's why I do the Cash App readings and stuff. But yeah. All right, let's see. And it says timing is much further in the future. Okay. So some of you guys could be thinking about, yeah, what is this? Okay. Collective, when it comes to your love life, I feel like you're realizing or you need to realize that whoever you're dealing with in the next 7 days or whoever you have been dealing with, you're settling. You're not happy. You're being mistreated. Someone's not meant to be in your life long term. Okay. You need to think about your future, your safety, things like that. Okay, especially if something gets, way out of hand. A healthy relationship does should not even get to that point, okay? So reevaluate, who you're dating, especially if you know that it's toxic, okay? Some of you guys could also be going to the bar with your lover. This could happen like either over drinks or um you could be finally accepting that someone is either an alcoholic or somebody needs to slow down on their drinking because that's when things could get out of hand. Okay. I feel like someone's partner, or maybe even you, we take accountability here. Maybe you or your partner or whoever you're dealing with has a drinking problem, and that's when things get out of hand. Okay. That's for some of you. Let's see. Yeah, feeling unloved. This that confirms what I was saying in my channel messages too. Something about you guys being in a situation you're not actually happy in, okay? I do see most of you finally accepting things for what they are, okay? Um let's see. Whoa. Yeah, and especially when you notice that you're not taking care of yourself, your hygiene, you know what they call it, bed rotting these days. Okay, if you notice that you're bed rotting a lot when you're in a relationship, that's not a good sign. Okay, you see how he's sitting in a pile of filth. He looks like he hasn't changed his clothes in months. Okay, and I'm sure it doesn't smell good. So pay attention to how you lose yourself, in relationships. When you're in a healthy situation, you usually want to do better for yourself, right? When you're like, oh, I'm doing really well, this person's making me really happy, you start to want to just naturally do stuff in a healthier way, in a better way, okay? You start wanting to behave, okay? Stuff like that. So, pay attention to the signs of your environment as well and how you've been taking care of yourself, okay, when it comes to a love situation. If you feel like, oh, damn, I don't know, maybe some of you guys need to go look, this is something about aging, okay? Even if you're younger, if you look at old pictures, if you started dating someone, I don't know, 2 months ago, right? And if you go back in your camera roll and you took pictures of yourself, look at how you used to look. You know, sometimes they call it boyfriend air. It can happen to men too, okay? But look at the difference, okay, in a short time. I feel like somebody needs to understand how they actually have gone kind of downhill since dealing with somebody. And it could be just within a short time, okay? That's not good, okay? So let's see. What does my collective? Yeah, you're tired, okay? Somebody's tired in their relationship, tired of their relationship. Someone feels like they're overworked, okay? So some of you guys could be, working long hours at work, and then you come home and it feels like you're back at work. You know what I'm saying? So, pay attention to stuff like that. I feel like some of you guys are in a situation that you need to leave, okay? Look, confirmation, ghost. Okay, you need to leave. You gotta go. Okay. And I did just talk about work, okay? We have careerist. Some of you guys might be ghosting a job, okay? Also, I am getting this message, okay? Some of you, I really feel like someone's in a toxic ass situation. If your lover is telling you, man or woman, if your lover is telling you quit your job, do not do that. Do not do that, okay? I'm just letting you know right now. I don't care if you know how they say, yes, a man should take care of a woman, provide whatever, but you should always have your own on the side regardless, okay? Just in case stuff like this happens, okay? You need to be able to get out. Whenever. All right. Look, addiction. Somebody does have an addiction. Okay. Um, this is okay. And an addiction doesn't always have to mean drugs, alcohol. It could be someone has a sex addiction in this relationship or connection, and it's affecting, how you guys interact with each other. Somebody could have a drug problem, an alcohol problem. Someone could be obsessed with something that is causing like issues within your daily life or their daily life or in the relationship, okay? It's a toxic attachment. That's what an addiction is, okay? So let's see. What does my collective need to know? Yeah, once you move forward, things will be a lot better. Some of you guys are using music to cope, okay? Or that is something that you should do. You might, I don't know if you sing, you play music, like actual instruments or something like that. Somebody needs to, I don't know, if you can't get out right away, try your best to cope in a healthy way, okay? And music, I feel like, would be very beneficial for you to process your emotions, okay? I just heard somebody say, like, I don't want to feel. I don't want to feel, okay? So there's no fixing them, collective. This is just confirming what I was talking about, okay? You do not need to fix somebody who is not willing to fix themselves, okay? What does my collective need to know in their love life this week for the next 7 days? Yeah, you need to be independent. Confirmation. Independence. Okay. Some of you guys could be Sagittariuses or have Sagittarius placements, or you could be dealing with one. Let's see. And supersize me. Remember how I said something about self-neglect? Okay. Um, there's nothing wrong with if you are heavier. Okay. I just want to reiterate that. But if you notice that you gained a ton of unnecessary or unhealthy weight, it's good to be a healthy weight, right? But the card literally says doing too much, excessive overindulgence, you know, could be a food addiction. You know what I'm saying? So take it how it resonates when it comes to something that you need to get rid of, okay? And especially your environment matters. You know what I'm saying? So you said you wrote poetry and lyrics for songs, or you write poetry. That is definitely a good way to just feel or process your emotions. I used to write a lot of poetry too when I was younger. I used to want to be a writer, but now I get too distracted. I have a lot of ideas, and then I'm like, oh, what's this? Like, what's next? But I definitely support that. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, stuck in the past, clown, and pay attention to the red flags. Traveler. Okay, so some of you guys could be traveling or you're trying to figure out a way out. Okay, some of you guys might be in a situation so toxic that it has led to a court case. Okay, or something legal. All right, and if you're afraid of being laughed at or looked at like you're, I don't know, stupid or something, you're not going to be, you know, what do they call it, ridiculed for standing up for yourself. And I'm not talking about from the partner you're with, okay? Because you shouldn't take anything they say if they're that toxic serious, okay? But don't be afraid to get help, okay? You're not going to look stupid. What Get help before you get hurt or worse, okay? I'm just saying, some people think like, "Oh, it's okay, he's always like that. She's always like that." Yeah, until you're no longer here. Yeah, until they're, your family's missing you or they can't find you, okay? And that may sound gruesome and stuff like that, but it's true. You know, you got to think about things like that. You got to think about your family, your kids, your future, the people who care about you, and most of all, yourself. You got to pay attention to what is not good for you. Look, I'm telling you, look, a situation's about to explode, okay? Somebody needs to get out of their toxic relationship before it gets worse, okay? Especially if your partner's all, look, toxic, okay? Um, and unavailable, especially if your partner has been already like emotionally checked out, or if you notice you have been emotionally checked out, leave. Please leave. Pack your bags, take a big old trash bag, put your shit in it, okay, and walk down the road, go find some help as best as you can. Go to the library, use the internet there. You probably have a phone if you're watching this or something, okay? Use your resources. Use your resources. I feel like a lot on my channel, I pick up on people who are in really either toxic or abusive situations, and I've I feel like that's a lot of my collective, or you guys have been through things like that, okay? So let's see. But yeah, use your resources. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Financial boundaries. Somebody could be what do they call it? Like financial abuse, okay? That's a thing too. That's a form of abuse too, okay? So don't I feel like somebody may be underestimating what they're going through, okay? Um you say it's not that bad now, but like I said, don't let it get to that point, okay? And if you do, you'll see why you should have. Yeah, didn't I say in the channel message something about if somebody's proposing to you or if somebody offers you a love offer, somebody you're going to see why you should have said no? Yeah, that's confirming it, okay? So, and if this isn't happening now, pay attention to the people that approach you, okay, collective? Let's see. Look, bank failure. Someone I don't know, I know every situation is different, but somebody needs to get their money up, okay? And plan a way out, okay? And do your best to temper yourself, especially if you're in a really toxic situation. Because I know how scary it can be to try to leave and then you can't, Um, so just, be strategic. Somebody also may be working overtime, okay? Especially if they are trying to avoid their partner or their toxic partner, okay? And try your best not to compare people. I don't know if somebody like stepped out or something in this relationship or this connection, but say you caught your partner cheating like through the phone, right? Do not compare yourself to whoever you caught your partner looking at or cheating with, okay? That's a completely different person. There's no comparison, okay? Look, legal matters. This is hello, welcome in. Um my name is Celeste. I am Celeste or CC, either one. And somebody could be okay. I don't know why this came out. We have kinky ways, okay? Somebody could be really good in bed, but that doesn't mean that they're not a toxic person, okay? And look, financial health. Somebody needs to get their money up. Um, I wish I had a better love spread for you guys this week, but that's what's coming out. Okay. And you guys know whenever I try to change the deck or the message, the same energy keeps following it. So, you know, I'm going to pull a couple more for what you need to know in love. Keep in mind, this is a timeless reading, so it can resonate at a different time when you need it. Look, timing is being pushed back due to blockages. Somebody needs to get out, okay? And even if it's a work situation, I don't know if you're dating a coworker or something, or if you're going to end up dealing with a coworker, or if somebody knows where you work. A toxic person could know where you work. You're not, the longer you take to remove yourself from a toxic situation or person, the longer it's going to take you to heal, okay? And live a better life. You're not even happy. Look, use your intuition. Your intuition has already been telling you you're not happy. We have fake smiles and intuition, okay? Pay attention to your gut feelings. If you feel sick around somebody, pay attention to your body. I told that to somebody earlier too during a personal. Pay attention to your body, okay? Your body sometimes tells you something you don't know or don't realize yet, okay? That's what your intuition is. That's what they call a sixth sense, okay? So let's do your career messages. Let's see. Okay, see you soon. Thank you for joining. Thank you, thank you. Exactly. I agree with that too. That is a good way to put it. All right, let's see. And then okay, so career. This might go by faster than I thought. Okay, so we're gonna do what's hidden in your workplace or career. 2755. All right. Tomorrow I'll probably do it Aries through Pisces next 48, but we'll see. All right. So good night. I'll see you soon. All right. So what is going on? What's hidden in my collective's workplace? And take it how it resonates. You know, if you, I was about to say that if you work from home, this could resonate with you too. Okay. We have living room. That's crazy that I just said that. Okay. Some of you guys might be taking a couple days off of work in the next 7 days, or you'll be able to spend more time with family because you'll have some days off of work. Okay. So some of you guys also could work from home. Let's see. Yeah, what did I just mentioned something about your ex possibly knowing like where you work, okay? So your ex could be trying to play in your face, especially while you're at work, okay? So somebody either could be messaging you or hopefully not, but showing up to your workplace, okay? And that's why I tell people do not sleep with coworkers, y'all. Do not sleep with coworkers, okay? That is because stuff like this could happen, okay? Let me see. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so what is going on in your workplace? Make sure you, I don't know, maybe you have to get, I was gonna say security, but I don't know if you can tell your workplace you have a crazy ex. They may not, take well to that. But yeah, you need to not brush something off when it comes to your workplace, especially if you're dealing with somebody in the workplace collective. Somebody's like crazy or psychotic. They could be an alcoholic too. We have liquid courage. Yeah, what did I just say? You need to not brush something off or someone off that I'm hearing, used to deal with. Okay, so if you have it's an ex-lover. Yeah, it's an ex-lover who's trying to bombard you at work, whether it's over the phone or quite literally showing up or something. Like someone's real abusive and crazy. Okay, let's see. Yeah, place of reminiscence. Okay, some of you guys could be going to your old or your hometown. Okay, or this is someone you've known for many years and they cannot let go. or they refuse to treat you right. Look, this is screaming at spirit, screaming, walk the fuck away, leave, okay? I'm telling you right now, collective, maybe you need to leave that job too. Leave this crazy ex-partner. Maybe you need to switch jobs or switch homes, okay? Unfortunately, because someone is not letting up. Like someone's real deal crazy, a psycho. Something could be happening within the next couple months, okay? So you could be moving or changing jobs. Somebody could be 43 years old. You could be moving or changing jobs in the next few months, or that may be how long it takes you to figure this out, okay? Also, if you're wondering when something will happen, when it comes to your money, I feel like it will happen tomorrow. You guys could have like a higher position in the workplace, or you're looked up to in the workplace, okay? You will overcome this, collective. Somebody could be from California as well. Um, and yeah, career fulfillment. Like you're doing well in your career, but there's like an outside factor causing problems, causing you stress, causing you to always have to feel like you have to look over your shoulder, you know? Um, Something like that. So I don't know how to, because everybody's situation is different, but you have the power to create, you have the power to make something happen. You just have to take action, okay? So take that how it resonates. If you want this person to leave you alone, you have to take the proper action. If you want this person to, or if you want to find something better for yourself, you have to take the proper action, okay? Same thing with manifestation things, you know, you have to not only manifest it, but you have to put in the work, you know? You can't just sit around and be like, oh, I hope this happens. You have to put in the work to do it and to receive it, okay? Nothing is free, you know? Let's see. Yeah, somebody, you could be in your feelings at work, okay? Because some of you guys are already in like a new commitment, okay? This is about your ex interfering with your work life and your new bae is what I'm hearing, okay? I don't know if somebody talks like that, but someone could be what's it called? Trying to mess up your new connection, like somebody's real deal psychotic, unfortunately. Yeah, success. Collective, you are doing so well or you're about to do so well in your career, but there's this unfortunate series of events because of your psycho crazy ex, okay? And you're dealing with somebody new. If you're not official with somebody right now, I feel like next month you will be. Somebody's going to be in a commitment with your new person, not your old person. Okay, you could have been friends first with this person. Or if you're looking for a friend in the workplace, I feel like you will find one, or you're going to find somebody who's easy to work with. Yeah, your ex knows that they fucked up big time, and it's too late. Like, why would you want them? There's someone's showing their ass. Someone is showing their ass so bad, and they're making it worse. Some of you guys are already dealing with somebody new, or you're in a you're heavily involved with somebody new, okay, already, and your psycho ex is just causing so many problems, okay? You need a restraining order is what it sounds like, collective. Yeah, time management. Okay, when it comes to your work, make sure to do things on time. Make sure to meet any deadlines. Okay, prioritize your work tasks. Okay, and then go have fun. So I don't know. Some of you guys could be definitely going out after work or something like that this week in the next 7 days. Make sure that everything is completed. Okay. Um, you will. I know this is a crazy message, not crazy, but it's all over the place, especially if you're dealing with this. You will find peace, okay? You will find peace with your current state of being, but you have to take care of, like I said, you have to take the proper action in order to get this person away from you, okay? Don't let things slide too long because I feel like somebody has let things go way too far, okay? Um, some of you guys could also be trying to work on being more independent. We did talk about that earlier as well. Okay. So, collective, I do want to say, even I know this is the next 7 days reading, but by the end of the month, you're going to be like I said, either next month or by the end of this month, you're going to be in a commitment. Not all of you, of course, because this is a general reading, but whenever this resonates with you, count the next 30 or so days, okay? You're going to be with this person. Some of you guys also in the next 7 days, you could be having sex, okay? Really good sex with somebody that this person could like to cuddle, okay? This person could wear hats. Somebody could have poofy hair, okay? I'm trying to describe the person. Um, Somebody could have really thick eyebrows too. I feel like you are at peace with the new person, and or you this could be happening when it comes to your new person, or whoever you've been dealing with that it's been going well with, right? Their ex is crazy. So, and I really do feel like if you're dealing with somebody who has a crazy ex, that person is actually crazy. Okay? Because you know how sometimes people are like, "Oh, my ex is crazy," and they're not taking accountability for, you know, causing that person to be psychotic. Okay? This is a situation where this person's ex or your ex cannot accept the word no. They can't accept, you know, I don't know. They can't accept, being left. Somebody could be born in December, okay? Or you could. Yeah, the grass is greener and somebody's jealous. You notice how I've been trying to do this work reading and your ex is still coming through heavily? That's why I feel like some of you guys, if you got a crazy ex, pay attention at work, okay? Because they could be disrupting your work or your workspace. Or if you work from home, they could be blowing up your phone or something like that, okay? Whether you're at a actual building or not. Get a restraining order. Okay, I feel like you have all the proof or all the necessary things to get a restraining order against this person. You need to stop letting things slide. Okay, this is going by faster than I thought. This is perfect. Okay, so lastly, we're going to do if you're dealing with the Aries through Pisces. Okay, okay. So just think of the person that you're dealing with currently, and we're going to go over if you're dealing with Aries, Taurus, blah, 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 and down the line, okay? I thought this was going to be so much longer for some reason. You may get something done quicker than you thought, collective. All right, let's see. Kind of want to use this deck too. Maybe. We'll see. All right. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to use the love deck for this portion. Okay. All right. So if you're dealing, whoa. If you're dealing with an Aries, this person is attached to their ex, whether it's emotionally, physically, or spiritually or energetically. Okay, so this person could still need time to break free from that connection, which would explain what we just talked about. Okay, so some of you guys could have Aries in your chart, or your person is an Aries. If you're dealing with a Taurus, this person wonders if you're dating somebody new. Okay, they hope it's not true. This person is still watching you if you're dealing with a Taurus. If you're dealing with a Gemini, this person feels like they need to be free. Okay, this person could not like commitment. If you're dealing with a Gemini placement, this person kind of feels trapped in this connection. If you're dealing with a Cancer, this person has many regrets that keeps them from actually pursuing this connection. Okay, so I would keep your options open. If you're dealing with a Cancer, if you're dealing with a Leo, this person has something to say to you, but they're waiting for the right time. Okay, so make sure they actually say it and not just say, oh, I was going to tell you. Okay, if you're dealing with a Virgo, if you're dealing with a Virgo, they could have rejected you to protect themselves and they know that they were being selfish. Okay, if you're dealing with a Libra, this person is head over heels for you. If you're dealing with a Libra, it says, no one else makes me feel the way you do, but I'll take it to the grave before I tell you. So this person could definitely be someone who is like, they don't speak much, but they are very much, I want to say, damn near in love with you. They're over the moon about you, but they're not going to actually express that. So unfortunately, look, confirmation. How do I feel? I want you, us forever. Okay. So hopefully this person speaks up soon, right? If you're dealing with a Scorpio, this person wants to see other sides to you. Okay, they feel like you have, I'm hearing multiple personalities. Okay, but this person wants to have fun with you and do something kind of crazy in a good way, hopefully. um if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, this person is seeing someone, but they are not ready for you to know about them yet. Okay, and this person, yeah, if a Sagittarius says, like, oh, I'm just finding myself, I want to figure out what I want out of life, they're seeing somebody. That's their excuse for not being direct with you about what's going on. Okay. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, this person feels like you're very smart. Okay. They really enjoy the conversations that you guys have, and they feel like your intellect is very attractive. Okay. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, you make this person very nervous. Okay, if you're dealing with an Aquarius, they are so nervous that even thinking about you, they like can't speak. Okay, this person also is unsure how to speak to you or what to say around you. Okay, and if you're dealing with a Pisces, whoa, okay, if you're dealing with a Pisces, this person is kind of bound by their culture or their family's beliefs. Okay, this person also wants to break free from whatever their family's beliefs is or are, so that they can focus on being their own true self and not caring too much about other people's opinions. Also, this person is very fond of you. They save pictures of you or videos of you and they use it to have fun with themselves. Okay. But that is what I got for you. If you're dealing with the Pisces, they're very attracted to you, but they have some sort of family issue or their family cares about like who they date. Okay. Um, that's what I got for y'all. I'm glad that was shorter than I thought. But you guys have a wonderful night. I will see y'all tomorrow. And if you want a personal, make sure to join me on my TikTok page, okay? So you can get a chance to win 5 free questions at the end of the month. I do it every month. That's what the raffle is. We already have about like 15 names in for the May raffle, so come join over there. If not, you can get a personal private reading whenever you'd like. They're available anytime. Just read my bio or the description box so that you guys can see all the information, the prices, and everything, and then shoot me an email and your payment and everything. All the instructions are in my bio or the description boxes. Okay, you guys have a wonderful night. I'm gonna get off here. I am very tired, and I will see y'all later.